Yeah, it was another big night for us. We were concerned about the weather starting out, but by the time game time rolled around, the rain stopped, and it ended up really being a nice night, cool, and there's just a lot of action going on in the first half. We scored all 49 points in the first half, and had a lot of exciting plays. It was good to have Taylor Precitus back coming off his injury. He's been out for about a month, and got him back. He had a good night leading our rushers with 74 yards and 5 carries. Raheem Dumas had another big night for us at quarterback, executing our offense, and had 72 yards on 5 carries. Raquan Salford had another huge night for us, all in the first half. Ran a kickoff back. I don't ever remember us having a player that ran a kickoff back for a touchdown, punt return for a touchdown, and caught a quick screen for a touchdown run right there. So a huge, big night for Raquan. He's doing a lot of great things out there and giving us a lot of big plays. Offensive line had a huge night for us, opening up the holes, and we just hope that they continue to improve and get better as we go along and keep getting some of that play. But great first half. Defensively, we had a lot of good things. Also, defense gave us great field position for the night. I think we only gave up the one long run to the quarterback, and other than that, we pretty much kept them in check. Gave us a lot of short field to work with on offense. Did a great job rushing the punter and making him flush out and have to run. Couldn't get the punt off right there, so it gave us a short field to run the ball on. So it's just huge when the defense can come up big and give you field position. T.J. Simmons had another big night for us. T.J. got in on 9 tackles. Logan Cochran had another good night, had 8 tackles, and 5 of those were solos. Delvon Denson, defensive lineman, he was in on 6 tackles, but 4 of those were for losses. And Demond Peoples had an interception for us. So it was big first half. All that happened in the first half. And the second half, we played all of our backups, and it was really good to get everybody get playing time. I was really proud of our little quarterback that came in, Aaron Johnson, 9th grader, and Aaron hadn't had a lot of reps in practice and rehearsing our offense. He's been running the scout team offensive plays, but he came in, showed potential to be a good quarterback down the line for us. I was really proud of the little pass he made. We were backed up on the 2-yard line, and he threw a 70-yard completion pass to Xavier Spann, a sophomore out there that just made a tremendous catch on the ball. So, it's just good to see all of our backups get in, and they work hard in practice. And, it takes all we've got 65 players, and every one of them got a little piece of the puzzle out there. And if we didn't have them in practice all week, there's just no way we would be as good as we could be with running the scout squads, offense and defense, and all of our players. They work hard, and we're proud of them. Flanagan they're a large school. They're 8A team, and counting their kickoff classic, they're 3-0, and they're averaging 43 points a game. So, without a doubt, they're going to be the biggest test that we've had so far. And the 2 things that come to mind after watching the film on them is, number one is their speed, overall speed, offense and defense, and their team speed is incredible, and their execution of offense and defense. And they're just a very well coached football team, and it really stands out when you watch them. Offensively, they're led by the quarterback. He's an exciting player. They're a spread formation team, and so he can really throw the ball. He's a great scrambler, and you have to be accountable for him taking off and running the football. It's got great wide receivers. They're probably their best receiver, number 15. He's 6'2", 210, and is committed to Notre Dame. But across the board, at their 4 wide receivers, they've got outstanding capability and make you miss type guys that they're playmakers. So it's going to be a huge test for us. They got a good running back that's keeps you honest in there, running the ball, and they like to screen to him a lot. Offensive line, they're athletic, they run good, so you know, it's going to be a big test for our defense to try to contain their offense that's averaging 43 points a game. Defensively, they're very sound, very well coached. Number 11 in there, the middle linebacker, is an outstanding player for them. Their defensive line really gets off the ball, and they do a good job with their technique. Probably the strong point is in their secondary. Here's where they really give you a lot of problems. They line up real tight to your receivers and play bump and run, and you know, and they've got the capability to shut your receiver down and the speed to run with them when you try to beat them deep. Obviously, when you see somebody up real tight, the first thing you think about is going deep on them, but they do a great job with their technique and their press man, and being able to have the speed to run with the guys when they go deep. So you know, it's going to be a big challenge for us. We look forward to it. It's always fun to play at Bryant Stadium, and it should be a good game. Well, in the off season, we do have a lot of players that go to the middle schools or elementary schools, and you know, talk to the kids, especially around testing time, or when they're going to have a big FCAT test, or that type of stuff, to motivate the kids to try to understand that you know, you need to be student athletes, and just don't put all your eggs in athletics. And that's an important message. And you know, all those little kids out there, and especially the elementaries and the middle schools, hey, I don't think our varsity players really realize that the eyes that they've got watching them out there, every little move that they make, they want to emulate some of those players that we've got out there. So we just hopefully make our players realize that you know, they need to set a good example, and you know, to follow up with it, and try to encourage all the young kids to be student athletes. You know, it's always good when players come back and say, hey, coach, you know, we're doing the same things that we did in high school and college. And you know, I've been very fortunate to have great assistant coaches, and I think a lot of that's where that comes in. And you know, from right on down the line, Coach Flath, the job that he does in our offensive line, Coach Talbot with the defensive line, and Coach Butler linebackers, and you know, our secondary coaches, George Williams and Mangrum, and Danny Williams, our running back coach, and Will Baylor with the wide receivers. They're all they're great coaches, and they teach you know, good technique and mechanics that have carryover value. And then our off-season program, I think you know, our kids are used to working hard, and basically when you go off to school, you know, you got to really perform at a high level in the weight room in the off season, as well as you do during the season. And our kids get that. They want to get better, and they understand if they want to get better, then they got to work hard.